this door 5 feet wide? I've been using this app, what is this called? Cutlassoptimal.com. It's also like an iPhone app and a Mac app, but you can punch in your part sizes and how many of them, and it'll give you like an efficient, list of how to cut your stuff. Wait, where's just I gotta learn how to read first, hold on. Layout 1, okay, quantity, yeah. So it tells you the layout and how many of them you need. So 4, 5, 6, 7 sheets, and I hope I bought 7, I don't remember now. Let's get to cutting. Birds aren't real.
Birds are not real, hey.
So in a previous video a few years back, I built these cool little shelves for my friend's gym. The way their gym works is you have a little whiteboard and you can write out your workouts and kind of track how many reps you got and whatnot. And so they wanted these cool shelves to be able to store all of that, hang your coat, water bottles. They turned out really cool and we've really been loving them at the gym. Now my friends are opening a second location, which is really exciting. Unfortunately, the way the new gym location is laid out, a bunch of the squat racks and workout areas are not gonna be against a wall. So the wall mounted shelf solution is just not gonna work. So I whipped up this quick prototype of what I thought might work. The gym is actually built in an old audio store. It was like a store, they sold like home entertainment stuff and car audio speakers. So we went with this kind of retro speaker design. The idea was that we could put a yoga mat in the bottom, put your keys and phone and whatnot in this part, and then a slot for the whiteboard and marker on top. The only issue is I screwed up and the yoga mat doesn't fit in here, so we have to make a couple of design changes along the way, but this is the basic idea of what we're gonna do. We've got the pieces all cut out for this. Now I've jumped on the computer, designed the layout for the holes. In the prototype, this is how I did it. I used the shaper to cut the holes out so they'd be nice and straight. We decided, one, we needed to move the holes because the height of it changed, so things just kind of had to get reworked. But I also decided I don't love how big the radius of the corners on the prototype was, so we shrunk them down, and we're kind of playing with it here. I may even, go to a slightly curvier radius on these. I like the curve, but I don't want it to be too crazy. So I can do all that kind of on the fly here, and then I can jump in here, hit plan. I can set what I want all my cuts to be, so I can set these to be an inside cut, tell me the depth. You can program all this stuff in the tool too, but it's nice to kind of pre-plan a bunch of this stuff. So I have all these set, and I can preview it, and it'll show what the holes are gonna be, and then I'll export this, and we'll jump over onto the shaper. We've mounted our test piece into the wood here, and if you look, we kind of corralled it in some scrap pieces. So the way that the shaper origin works is it has to be able to see this pattern on this tape, whether it's on one of their fixture plate things, or you can just use this tape. In this instance, we're gonna use the tape. I could put a bunch of the tape on the workpiece itself, but eventually it gets kind of hard because you have to turn it so it can see, so it doesn't lose track of where it is. So one thing you can do is put it on a piece of wood in front of it, and then you could even keep this piece of wood and reuse it, so you don't have to just throw the tape away every time. So it's pretty cool. You don't have to do any sort of specific pattern. The more information you let it have, the more detail and resolution it's gonna have. It's not like a specific grid, you don't have to measure it, anything like that. Now, if you come around here, there's a camera in the front of it, you can see my hand, and it recognizes that tape. So now I can go in and do a new scan, start a scan, and now it's picking up those pieces, and you just move it around, and it'll pick up anything that's a full one of those like domino shapes. And sometimes it doesn't pick them up if there's like dust or it's scratched. You just go around until you get all of them. It's also nice to be able to see the edges of your material, even if it doesn't have shapes on it, because it's basically stitching a bunch of photos together to give you the resolution that you need. Create a grid, new grid, and I have a bit in it backwards, so it's basically just a 1/4 inch steel shank. Grid, new grid, lower our depth so that it catches on that edge of the plywood on our material. Set our depth, and then I can go over here, push it up against that, hit the probe, go on that same edge, hit it again, and then it'll ask for a 3rd edge, and we'll go over here and catch the side of our workpiece. Make sure we're touching it good and probe that. So now, if we zoom out on our tool here, we have a reference corner, a datum for our file on this far corner. So when we import our shape, which I have right here, I can rotate it 90 degrees, and I can anchor it to bottom left corner, and then I can zoom in here and we can just anchor it. It'll kind of snap into position, place it right there, and now it works. Like, it's all aligned perfectly like a CNC machine, even though it's just a piece of plywood screwed to the table. Thanks to Nobe Mattress for sponsoring today's video. Some of the best advice I ever got is if you're gonna invest in one thing in your life, it should be in things that get between you and the ground. Whether it's work boots or your office chair, or especially your mattress, having a quality one is super important. I tend to be pretty rough on my body, whether it's picking up heavy stuff in the shop, going to the gym and lifting weights, or running ultra marathons through the mountains. I tend to be pretty darn tired at the end of the day. So getting a good night's sleep is very important to me, and that comes from my Nobe mattress. Nobe Mattress is an award-winning company known for their cooling technologies. We've had our mattress for about 6 months now, and we are loving the quality of sleep that we're getting every single night. Now, I'll admit that I was a little skeptical at first ordering a mattress online, but Nobe's website makes it very easy to figure out exactly what you need. The mattresses are shipped directly to your door. It's quick, easy, and painless, and the quality is unmatched. The mattress has a cooling top which keeps me comfortable throughout the night, which helps me wake up feeling rejuvenated and ready to take on the day. Unlike other brands, Nobe mattresses contain no fiberglass, which can be extremely detrimental to your health. So you can check out all the different options on their website, and they ship it directly to your door for free if you're inside the United States. They also offer a 120-night sleep guarantee, so you can make sure that you love your mattress. We selected the Evolution Luxury Firm mattress, and you know I went with the cooling top because you've got to stay cool and comfortable if you want to get a good night's sleep. All of Nobe's mattresses are created without the use of harsh chemicals, so you can sleep safe and sound knowing there'll be no off-gassing or bad chemicals harming your family. Love my Nobe mattress, and I think you will too. Head on over to nobemattress.com/samgreen and use code SAMGREEN to get an additional $50 off your mattress today. This is an additional $50 off of any promotion that they're currently running, so make sure you check it out while you can. You can also support this channel by checking out the survey after purchasing and telling them that I sent you. Now let's get back to the build. Beautiful. Oh my God. I have so many regrets. After filling my entire soul with sawdust, we have these parts batched out. We did a round over on them and they're basically ready for assembly. There's a couple more things we have to do a light sand on just to make finishing it easier because the inside will be hard to sand later. But the one thing that we got to make sure that we do is this inside dimension of the bottom needs to hold a yoga mat, and the yoga mat is 24 inches. I think that's a standard height. I don't know that for sure though. So we just want to make sure that that shelf, ideally it would be in the center here, but I think my file was a little bit off, so I think they need to be bumped up a hair. So we cut a couple of blocks because we want it to be nice and square so that this center shelf ends up exactly where we want it to and not like messed up, because the last thing we want is to do all of this and then the yoga mats don't fit in the bottom and then it's just like a weird, almost yoga mat sized hole that doesn't work. I think it's still gonna work out fine. The shelf will just be a little bit offset, so just don't tell anyone and nobody will ever notice. And it's all gonna be great. It's gonna be, they're gonna be wonderful. And then we'll just spray the whole thing with like a clear finish after the fact. That's gonna be a wrap on this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little build. This was a little bit of a different one, but it's always good to support the friends over at Nobe. I will leave a link to them down below. If you're in the Pittsburgh area and looking for a gym, check them out and make sure you subscribe so you can see the next video.